Hello and welcome back to the 2019 Discraft Ledgestone Insurance Open. We've got round 2 back 9 coverage of the men's league card. This is the Disc Golf Pro Tour stop number 6 out of 11. We got Germinate commentary, Jeremy Koling, and Nate Perkins.
Ricky is putting together a round, guys.
Yeah,
he was five down on the front 9 with no bogeys.
And Paul was leading the way early, but he's still 3 down to the front 9. Anything under par on the front 9, 2, 3 under is feeling really good.
Yeah.
You got Kevin Jones making a little bit of a run right now.
Also 5 down through the front 9.
So some things to keep up. And then your boy is kind of making his name there at the bottom. You see there, little Jake Koling action. Hey-o.
I did see that, Jerm. I'm super stoked for you, man.
Oh, well. It's nice to see my name on the leaderboard every once in a while. Hole 10, par 3, 450 feet. There's a new lake in the way. It's just like
casual lake.
Totally casual. It is not something that was designed to be a lake shot here, but we have an extra lake to play across here at Lake Eureka Park in Eureka, Illinois.
I was watching the Central Coast coverage, and they were commentating on that being OB and how that makes the shot more difficult. And I realized that a lot of the field probably does not know that that is a casual relief area. And Ricky's that's
nice.
A good shot on this hole to be right outside circle 1.
Circle's edge, right at 35 feet or so. And Reid is heading way, way right. And
he still might have a look from right there.
I know that in my round last year, we had a lost disc re-tee on the right during the round. And I saw a lot of people looking for discs over to the right in their practice round. So that place is really not a good place for your disc to land.
So Paul goes putter yesterday, and then he goes with the Onyx today, and that just didn't have quite enough on it, and he's going to be 70 short of the pin.
It didn't have enough Onyx. Sorry.
Nice. Isn't that interesting though? I mean, so yesterday we had the tailwind. Today we have kind of like a headwind left to right. But to throw a putter yesterday and to throw at 10 speed on the next day is not very common.
I wonder if Alex is trying to get there with that high of a shot. I feel like the only way that you can really get there is a low kind of flex forehand, unless you've got like the Eagle McMahon type of distance with a hyzer flip.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty conservative forehand from Alex.
Wow.
What a run.
He's so good at that from that distance.
Oh, that also looked online.
And Reid's disc has been found. He's in the jungle there, but relatively easy out.
Has a look.
Oh,
wow.
My God. Not just an out. He makes the putt. Wow, what a putt. Oh, my gosh. That totally got me off guard.
Yeah, me too. I mean, he completely misfired off the tee and still scores.
Wow.
Look at that disc, too.
Yeah, you don't want to be over there. That's awesome. Yeah, Ricky keeping that fire going. 4 birdies in a row right now.
From just outside the circle.
And we talked a little bit about that yesterday with Simon missing a couple putts and then making some big ones. Just the ability for a player to be able to miss a couple putts pretty, they weren't bad. Like his putt on 3 wasn't a bad putt. It was just a long way away.
Yeah.
His putt on 6 was kind of bad because he airballed inside the circle.
Right.
But then to put that by him.
We just expect so much of him.
Sure.
So when he misses, we're like, what are you doing, man? What's going on?
Yeah, no doubt.
But he is putting together a round, and he's only 3 back of the lead now. So he's charged. This is getting really exciting.
Yep. Moving up to hole 11, par 3, 300 feet. This is the easiest hole in the course, averaging right at 2.51. So
this is an absolute must get if you're lead card, second round.
If you're on 10th card, first round, it doesn't matter. Okay. This is a must get. And that surprisingly got a little bit of the skip. Rick's going to be at the back edge, but that's still 28 feet. I haven't seen too many discs skip on this, on any of the grass anywhere on the course.
Yeah. Have you seen anyone miss this hole yet?
Yeah, I have actually. A couple guys on my card threw out of bounds yesterday, so it can happen. I mean, if you're trying to, it's almost an exclusive forehand or a backhand hyzer for a lefty. So if you aren't comfortable with that little forehand pitch shot, it could be very easy to get away from you.
Reid getting a FollowFlight on that park job. Well done.
Ball going high. And
I'm assuming that's a Raptor?
yeah, I would imagine that's probably right. Comes up 20 feet short.
And even on this short, he's going to go with the hop right there. Hop, points that toe forward, smooths it on through, puts the Firebird close.
Just go back 5 seconds and watch his follow through. Watch where his hand stops. Watch how he never breaks his wrist right of the pole. Just locks in on his target. That's what makes him so consistent. It's fun to watch.
We are locked in for a star frame.
That's $25 to charity folks.
Pretty awesome deal.
Yeah, it is. It's really sweet. I love that. Give him back a little bit. Move along to hole 13. The famous water hole, the water tower hole. Look at all the posters. Look at what Discraft did to make this hole even more exciting than it already is. I mean, you got 2,500 feather banners up here. You got 7,500 posters, and it's just cool, you know. I mean, it's a little bit quirky, but it works. It works out here.
It does work. Have you seen all the marks on the water tower from the disc?
Oh my
There's
gosh,
so
I can't
many
even
marks
imagine.
on it, and I'm just like wondering, like, okay, that rolled OB, that rolled OB,
Every
that
single
for sure
one.
did.
Every single one of them rolled OB.
Yeah, you know, it's
fixing the circle.
unfortunate to see your disc hit and roll out of bounds, but you got to know at this point that if you do hit early, that's going to be the result.
Yeah. Reid going for the high. Spike hyzer coming in back door. Does it sit down? It does.
And you know, it seems so unorthodox to see a disc go that way, but it's really the same shot.
It's the same exact
shot. It's the same shot.
Yeah. It's just so weird because it's about 200 feet away from where you're seeing the other discs fly from.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is a nice line from McBeth. That should be wrapping around the tower and leaving Paul less than 20 feet.
You know, something to note about this hole is that uphill tee pad.
Oh, yeah.
That uphill tee pad is probably half the reason why this hole is difficult.
Yeah.
It changes everything with your run up.
You know, it's weird because I don't like uphill tee pads really at all, but I think when you're going uphill, it's like when you think about when you have a flat tee pad and you're going uphill, it's a little weird, but also when you're going uphill on an uphill tee pad, it's just uphill's weird.
Uphill tee pad, no good.
Okay. Just in general, eliminate the uphill tee pads.
We need these players to be throwing on a flat surface.
I'll agree with that. A. Russ is missing, and Ricky is probably not.
No, he's not. Up and over the rim. Center cut for his 6th in a row. Wow, 6 in a row?
Mm-hmm. Reid Frescura. He's 4 under. He's got a little turkey himself right now, and that's the stretch. This really kicks off that back section of a lot of holes in the back 9 that can be birdied.
Do you have a favorite poster back there?
I can't remember which one it was. I think the zone is pretty cool with that robot. But there was also, they're so ridiculous. Like, they're just fun, you know? It's just, anyways, let's go back to hole 13. Par 5, 1,080 feet, a 1080. You can spin around 5 times, or you can throw this hole 5 times. Hopefully you can get it.
And so, is Reid going forehand? Or I'm really interested to see how he attacks this hole, because this hole really draws up great for the right-hand backhand hyzer, but not so much for the turnover lefty shot.
This is looking really nice from Rick. He's kind of in the zone right now.
so he's going hyzer to cover the distance, but what's difficult is his hyzer is landing on the downslope toward the water if he's trying to land just right of that tree where our right-handed players are.
In drier conditions, this might be a little bit more difficult, but he's got that thick grass to collect it. This is...
That looks right. It needs to check.
Okay. Wow.
It doesn't really get any much.
You can't throw it better for a lefty. That's unbelievable. You can't throw it better for a righty.
You really can't. Yeah, you don't want to push it that close.
Ooh, skipping off the rocks, Paul. He didn't look concerned out of his hand, and I guess he doesn't have any reason to be, but that was probably closer than he thought it might have been.
Yeah, that can go either way, too. I've seen quite a few of those bounce back into the water, and then you're going straight to a drop zone.
And also, the drop zone pretty much forces you to go up the left side of the fairway, which is not where you want to be. So it's kind of it's a really tough drop zone to throw from.
Yeah, there's not a lot of angles from over there.
Alex going super wide. Oh, and that's where you want to be. On that far right side of that second landing zone is really the best place because then you can see the pin on your third shot. And Rick just wants that to get down as soon as possible. The further left you go, the worse.
Yeah, you get pretty pinched off on your approach.
That's a good shot from Rick.
It's really good. The closer you are to the water, the better the position is.
Oh, without question.
It opens up that.
Without question. And Paul just keeping it as close to the water in 2 shots as you really can.
Cuts it close again with that onyx. So here we go. Reid going to take this forehand. Oh, he slips. Completely misfires.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess that's the good miss if he slips. I mean, he could have easily held on to that disc. And
he got all the way to the left side, and he has to just play the pitch-up layup. And oh, no.
Oh, wow. Stays safe?
I wonder if he has any idea how close he just came to going out of bounds.
He probably thought it did go out of bounds.
Alex, I don't know, folks.
That needs to...
I don't think that's coming back in bounds.
Skip.
Oh, it hits the edge at least.
Gosh.
But that'll be about 35 to 40 feet from the pin. He'll have that for his par. Rick's going to have that for birdie.
Man, it just lands and stops moving.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks a little left.
That's going to be fine.
Yeah. It is left, but it's only 15 feet left.
Look at that. Man, it's going to come down to a group call, but it looks like there's... Yeah, Paul didn't spend much time looking at that one.
The old mini stomp.
One of my favorite tricks in the game.
Stomp that mini down.
Reid will need to get up and down here, and it looks like he will for his par. Kind of living dangerously on his second and third shot, but his fourth is close, and Alex able to save the par.
Yeah, Alex inside circle 1 after bouncing off the rocks into the lake. There's that P. McBeth focus.
Right there on the pole. Hole 14, par 4, 805 feet. It is a beautiful hole. It is so difficult to get there in 2 because you have to go so close to the water on the right side on your second shot. And really, no matter how good your tee shot is, you're going to have at least 375 to 400 feet. And so there's a lot of room out there left to play the bailout safe shot on your second shot.
So Ricky forcing... Whoa.
Wow.
So his play is to try and force that one over and swing that stable disc. I mean, that was a Firebird that he threw.
Interesting play.
Yeah, but just totally held on to that one.
I love this tee shot because you see so many different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw Garrett Gerthy go AVR X3 yesterday, which is a really overstable putter. And we saw Ricky go for the flex play with a Firebird. And is Reid going with the wide?
I have not seen this.
That's the first time I've seen that.
Super wide.
But nothing wrong with that. That's in the casual area. That's got the white paint around it, so he'll be able to take that back to a good stance.
Very interested to see if he has enough on that forehand to attack from there. Oh no.
Alex doesn't like it out of his hand, and you can see why.
Man, just a little off today, but just off at the wrong times. And at this course, at any moment, one shot can cost you a stroke or two.
Rick doesn't want to play for par.
Wow.
Rick wants to play for birdie.
Unbelievable shot right there. 475 feet. Got it out so on Anheuser over the water. That was sick.
Wow. What trust and commitment to that throw. Alex. Oh, man.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh, and he's out of bounds again. Fortunately, he'll get to advance, but every time you go out of bounds, I mean, essentially, an out-of-bounds stroke is the same thing as missing a 1-foot putt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same exact thing. So
it's just like the same amount of pain, too. So Reid opts to go with...
Wow.
And this is why he's on the lead card, is shots like this. That is amazing, because that's the lefty, it's finishing toward the water.
Yeah, that's...
To trust that one on that Anheuser, that it's going to hold and not fade out too early.
That's sick.
Amazing shot from Reid.
Paul's out of position, unable to get the backhand swing, so they have to go for a forehand.
Whoa.
I don't know what he was disappointed about, because there's really no way to get to the green.
Definitely no way to get to the green. Maybe he thought that he had thrown it OB left, but...
Yeah, he's just going to have to pitch this one up, and...
This has got to be... He's running for this from 90 feet.
Yeah, towards the water. Down slope. That would have been probably one of the coolest fives you'd ever seen. Just cashing in the 75-footer to...
Double OB.
Yeah.
5.
Rick to keep.
This is where Ricky's shot landed from way out of position.
No.
Oh, no. And that would have been a...
He would have had the...
That would have been huge.
9 in a row. No, that would have been for 8 in a row. Yeesh.
Regardless.
Yeah. Reid Frescura. If you'd have told me that the only person that birdied this hole on this card would have been the lefty.
With a backhand. With a backhand approach, too.
Backhand.
It.
Yeah, that's sick. Alex, that's a painful double.
Yeah, I want to rewind and watch those approach shots again. This is a great hole. It sets up for some really awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite holes on the course.
Yeah, and for a lefty to birdie this one from not even the best position.
Yeah. Hole 15, 315-foot par 3. You're most likely going to see some backhand mid-ranges and perhaps a couple forehands. I know we're going to see Alex Russell throwing a forehand, Reid Frescura backhand.
I imagine Ricky's going to be throwing a forehand too. I mean, I know he hasn't really been throwing as much this year, but this should be pretty routine for him.
Should be.
So Reid taking the box. A little high.
That's going to fade a little right, but that's kind of what you want on this hole.
Oh.
Yeah. You almost
so many times our reads have just been off. I mean,
yeah. No, that's what you want. You want it to kind of be high. And look at this. Ricky is going with the backhand turnover.
That's so shocking, isn't it?
It's a little bit shocking, yeah. But when you get results like that, he almost
potential
aces
ace run with the rock, and he's still inside the circle.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Paul and Ricky both have the forehand distance to get there.
Paul's going putter.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
That looks perfect.
Why wouldn't you go putter?
Also giving it a run. Fading out a little early, but 20 feet.
Pretty sick.
Those are awesome shots.
Mm-hmm. So we're only going to get one forehand out of the group, which is just kind of like, doesn't surprise me with Reid, obviously, but
needs to miss that.
Oh, those branches just really hang out wide, which might be the reason why Ricky and Paul go for that Anheuser backhand. Because Alex's shot looked great.
Yeah, it was. It was just a little straighter than he might have wanted, and
yeah. Wow. Me, Rick, me hungry.
So much speed on that putt.
Me 8 down through last 9.
That's really what I think of him too. He's just a total birdie hunting machine.
He's always hungry. Paul also has the hunger. They're eating turkey dinner right now. Not that they've had. No, they don't have 3 birdies in a row. It's just they're eating birds.
Dinner.
Or they're eating chickens and turkeys.
Got to be another bird.
Yeah.
What bird is the original birdie?
You know, I was just thinking that, like, when you
like if the turkey's the turkey.
When I think of like somebody getting a birdie in disc golf, I think of like a bluebird, you know, because it's like fluttering around and it's sort of making beautiful noises. But then when I think about like being hungry, I'm like, oh, I want to eat a chicken. I don't want to eat a bluebird. That's ridiculous. You know?
Yeah, but it can't be a chicken.
No, well, maybe not. Hole 16, par 4, 606 feet. Roller play predominant for a lot of backhand players, right-hand backhand players, and forehand or backhand low ceiling are the other 2 plays you see a lot.
Yeah, so Reid trying to get this gap right there underneath that tree.
Probably. That's an incredibly favorable kick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
he's going to be in
puts
position.
him in position for sure for another lefty backhand approach.
Rick lining up that backhand roller.
This one definitely sets up great for the roller. This is maybe turning a little bit too early into the bushes.
Right there on the edge.
Just on the front side of the Mando.
Mm-hmm. That'll be fine. Paul going for a little bit more aggressive cut, but a little bit less stable disc perhaps. Probably going to finish in a pretty similar position. But no, he actually got the unfortunate roll through the hedges, and he is going to be, we're probably not going to see him when he gets in there.
It's thick in there.
A Russ just too far left. Just needed to get that about 2 feet lower, and that would have been perfect.
And it's still possible to get up and down from here. Oh, wow. Oh, man, I thought that was good. It just kept holding that turn.
Mm-hmm. Reid was a little closer to the hedges than I thought. That's wider than he'd like.
Holds on to its speed after hitting that just outside circle 1.
Yeah, he's definitely in CSI Miami range.
Please. Okay, so Paul is in a really bad spot right here. He's deep in the hedges, and he's also that pole that you see right there is the Mando. So he has to navigate left of that.
Yeah, Paul.
So he's lining up an overhand, and you called it. We can't see him.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Wow, that really is a good shot.
Not much else you can do from there.
Goes with like an overhand tomahawk, maybe. And Ricky getting a fortunate hedge stop to not go in there, and he's able to just put 1 foot in there and pitch up his pig.
Pig pitching.
Pig pitching.
The disc golf comedy guy said last time he threw a pig, it was at a carnival, and he got thrown out. That guy is funny, man. If you haven't checked out disc golf comedy, do yourself a favor.
And Paul almost birdies from that position. It's amazing that he can put a bid on it like that and still be just like 10 feet away from the pin.
Reid is getting some scores on holes that I just didn't think. Like getting up and down from the drop zone on 8, being able to
birdie on 10.
On 14, on 10. Picking up this birdie after hitting the first tree and kicking off to the right. I mean, he is out there scrapping right now. Look at his last 7 holes. 6 down.
Oh, yeah.
He's putting together a really solid round. And Ricky also right there. That is 8 down in the last 9 for Rick. And 9 down in the last 10, and maybe even more. I can't even keep track anymore.
I can't keep track either. Ricky's at 11 under?
Just birdie festival. 2 holes to go. Wow. Hole 3. 300 feet. Hole 17, par 3, 300 feet. Right there across the water. It's right there staring at you in the face.
Yeah, it's only 25 feet from the front edge of the green to the back edge of the green, sloping uphill a little bit, OB left, OB right. And if you miss, you're going straight to a drop zone, automatic 4 at best.
Reid, I asked him before the tournament, is he going to go for the Reid Frescura skip shot?
Is he?
We get to see.
Please, it doesn't, looks like he's lining up high.
Yeah.
Is he smiling? Is he doing it?
That looks like a low-driven shot for the green, not for the skip.
Oh, wow. It's a good check.
I like that play. I like
that play, too.
And also, I don't know if the rocks were on that green last year. I have to watch last year's coverage. But there's rocks there on that little, on the edge there, which might not have been there last year.
Yeah, I was just watching that. I think they might have been there, but you know what? There was a painted line as well. So remember, the green was actually a little bit smaller because it wasn't just the water. So you could actually be on the land of BOB.
And you can see, even though it's just a 300-foot shot, Ricky is pumped to be in bounds. That pretty much solidifies a great score for him. A bogey here, he still would have been 10 under for the round, but now he's going to jump up to 12 under with one more shot to go to 13 on hole 18.
Wow.
Look at that. Just a 2-stroke difference between Paul and Ricky now.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's a good run right here.
I'm so happy to be here watching this battle right now.
Yeah, me too. And Alex hangs on inside the circle. 4 players in safely on 17.
Yeah, I'm interested in the numbers on this hole, Jerm. Pull those guys up. I feel like this is like a half and half. Maybe a little bit more than half the field probably misses this green and goes for the...
Well, we said it in round 1. It's a birdie or bogey situation. You got 38% of the field with birdies, 54 with bogey or worse, and just 8% pars. So
okay, so 46% of the people make it onto the island.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So yeah, 50-50. Yeah, I see
almost 50-50.
Less than 50% of the field is making it safely.
Yeah.
So. It's about what you'd expect for this field size.
Yeah.
And a great star frame there, and we have got a battle going on, folks. Last hole, round 2, hole 18, par 4, 711 feet. A lot of options off the tee. A low ceiling backhand roller, big backhand anhyzer. There's a lot of different things. You can even go forehand. I wouldn't be surprised to see Alex Russell rip a low ceiling forehand.
And we saw our champion last year, Nate Sexton, was actually playing up into that wall.
Yeah.
And then taking his relief off of it and then throwing a forehand out over the water.
Reid just playing a pretty safe shot.
That is very conservative.
Yeah. And I love that about this course. There's a lot of places on this course you have to pick and choose. And if you don't, you're going to get overwhelmed by the out of bounds.
And this is not conservative. You see how much intensity Rick is approaching that shot with?
Oh, no. If that had caught the top edge of that concrete, that would have been another 100 feet.
And, you know, I honestly think that that's a pretty good position to be in.
I don't know about the relief that you get. What's the relief that you get?
I think it's 5 meters, Jerm.
Oh.
I think you get 5 meters off of that.
That's good to know, actually. Paul's not going to get relief from the sand right there, or from the gravel.
Or from the swing set.
But
I would just go and get right on that tire. So you called it. Alex is going with the forehand.
And it's not a bad play. It gets you up the fairway 300 feet or so, and then from there, you know, it's a really, really difficult par 4 to get there into. So to play it for the 4, as it looks like, well, Reid actually did the same thing last year where he played up short, and then he went the big high hyzer. I forgot about that.
Huge hyzer. I remember that.
It looks like he might be lining that up again.
He sure is.
Man, if you got the power for it, why not?
Needs to get around that last tree.
Yeah, maybe not quite as much power as he was looking for. Yeah, he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it, but he's safe.
Yeah, and he's putting. I mean, he's still within 50 feet.
So I wonder if Alex is going real wide or if he's trying to go up that gap. Oh, look at this, guys.
That's so beautiful.
This is amazing.
Wait, okay, so when I think that these guys are playing it safe, I am wrong because they're putting themselves in the position
for a 425-foot forehand through a 5-foot gap right there. That was one of the better shots of the coverage today. Needs to get low, and it does. Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be putting down at it.
We've got 3 players putting right now, with Reid being 50 feet, but 2 other guys within the circle.
So Ricky does not opt to take any relief off that wall.
And we got 3 guys in the circle. It's just awesome.
Scratching my head.
Yeah.
I thought this hole was difficult.
Yeah, it used to be. That was good effort. Good effort and a great round.
Really solid round from Reid.
7 down in the last 9 holes. McBeth from 45.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
Ricky just has to stand and watch that one.
Yeah, that's
kind of thinks he's getting another one on him, you know, to put it within 1.
Yeah. And Rick just, what a great
follows
round.
it up.
Is that course record? I should have done some research on what a 13 under equates
I remember
to,
Josh shot something pretty hot when he won a couple years ago.
If it's not course record, it still doesn't matter. It's a sick
It's
round.
amazing.
It just really turned the fire on. He only missed 1 hole after hole
6.
After missing the putt on 6, he missed 1 for the rest of the round. Unbelievable.
Really.
And there you have it. We all of a sudden had kind of a McBeth walking away situation to a battle at 20 under and 18 under for Ricky. Reid Frescura still on the league card. He's only 6 back, and man, we've seen him play some great golf.
Wow.
Kevin Jones with a 12 under round, jumping up 12 spots. He's at 14 under.
13 under, 12 under, and a stack of 8 unders. And Jerm, 7 under.
7
moving
under
up to the chase card.
I'm on chase card today. Be able to check out that coverage on the Central Coast. Make sure you come back for the last round. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be wet and wild. We are looking at some inclement weather for this.
Oh, yeah. The
third
storms are
and final.
coming in.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
going to be
hail, maybe.
Yeah, it's
that
not
we
going to
just
be
read.
pretty.
Oh, man.
It's not going to be pretty. But
Well, it's going to set up for some great coverage is what it's going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a good battle. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.